afternoon today. Riona's been doing some brilliant reflecting on her learning, and she's going to be sharing some of her achievements and some of the learning goals that she's working towards. So if we start with literacy, would you like to share some of your achievements in your literacy book that you're most proud of?
I'm proud of this piece of work because I learned all the parts of a newspaper. We had the introduction, the main part, the quotes, and the summary. I think it was okay. I showed some of my literacy learning and my maths, and I showed them my reading, writing, and maths targets. And we did a video for it.
Oh, you did a video?
At home, if you're just telling your parents, it gets really hard because they don't actually see what you're doing and what you need to do. And if you don't have it right in front of you, it's hard to remember after a long day of school. When you get a three-way conference, your parents are right next to you and your book is in front of you, you can actually show them what you did instead of just telling them what you did in school, and explain about it while actually looking at it instead of just giving them a little preview of it.
Okay.
And when I did the newspaper report in year 3, I did the same name, Kids News. I did Kids News.
Okay.
And I just had to put the title, the picture, and write down. Please notice the picture. Look closer and you can see the turtles are bigger than they look.
So did you notice this about the picture yourself, or did somebody tell you? Or you noticed it and that's why you thought people should read it?
Well, I typed in Galapagos Island turtles, and then it came up with all these turtles.
And this was solo work?
We did it by ourselves, but Balloon, who was sitting next to me, asked some questions, so I would just help her with it a bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Being very supportive.
The benefits of having my parents, both my parents and my teacher come, was that I can ask any of them to help me with my targets. I would just say, could you help me with my reading target? Or if it could help me with my maths target, then they would know immediately what I'm talking about it instead of me explaining everything. And then they won't get the whole point because I don't have my work in front of me.
And would you like to share your target with your mum and dad?
Yes. My writing target is, can I use capital letters and full stops correctly in most of my writing?
It was refreshing. I missed the conference last year, so for me it's a first, and I really liked it.
This way, Pratchett and his teacher are actually able to walk us through what they've been doing and how the different pieces of homework all relate to each other through a number of different subject areas, and a chance for Pratchett to go around the room and show us a few things that he and his classmates have created. So it was a very nice opportunity that we enjoyed very much.
It's much better. It's more, I can say, use the word alive. He talks, he explains. It's more personal contact than just a piece of paper explaining his work.
It brings us into their world, and I really appreciate that. And it's a great sense of accomplishment for the kids, and it's reassuring because I like it because they can tell me, well, this is how I approached it, this is what I did. It's been a really good experience.
Okay, Yuji, would you like to explain this piece of learning to everyone?
I like showing my portfolio because it's fun to show what I've been doing. They had to demonstrate how you do a written method for addition. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to show my mom what I've really done because it's me who done it, not my teacher. So I would like to present my work. I normally use the column method, and I'm used to it.
Fantastic. And would you like to ask Yuji a question?
I think it really helped the children to improve themselves and also take the responsibility by themselves. It will help the kids gradually to build up their self-confidence.
So I can use this method, this written method, for my target.
I think the three-way conference has helped me by making me become more of a thinker, so I can think about how to express my ideas.
I don't really like to talk about what I need to improve, so I had to do that quite a lot today.
I never shown my mom what I did in year 4 before.
He had to gather his courage to prepare the presentation to his mom. So that's practice make him remember what he needs to improve. He still remember his target since last year.
This writing showed that I have achieved level 5 punctuation. I think the three-way conference today went really well because my mom and dad got to see what I learned and also what my targets are so they can help push me forward at home. A target might be that I can improve my tense sometimes, like I might get confused with the present or past tense.
It's good for a student to set every target for himself. So yeah, this is support for the independent learner.
For me, something that I might struggle with sometimes is linking the paragraph together. So it's like fluently reading it and creating a lot of effect. We have been focusing on different types of sentences, but for this writing, at that time we were focusing on sandwich sentences, which is when you're adding in extra chunk and it's like surrounded by commas. This one is Jake, an unmatured, spoiled brat, was a total pain to his parents. That's like an opening sentence to the paragraph.
So it's really good that Fresh has now applied this to his writing to show that he really understands it.
I think it's very much in line with the mission because you can see that the students are setting their own goals, right? And with the help of the teachers, but you can see also generic goals being set by the students. So that really develops their independence.
I can see what I can improve.
This is the target.
Yes. How well do you think you're getting on with this target?
I think I'm approaching it.
I think if the learning targets had come from him, he will probably put in a lot more effort to make sure that he achieves the targets.
If we get involved, then we know what our expectations are and what we need to improve in.
When I listen to my mom and my teacher talk, I know what I have to do to get better.
Okay, Adi, would you like to tell us about this piece of learning?
This is when I made my own news flash for TV.
It was nice to see through the eyes of your child. That was nicer than the teacher telling us where she was at, where she was meant to go. I'm not sure whether the child took that much of a part in that process.
In the house as well as in the school, they are encouraged to speak their mind, whatever they believe in, and I think that's fantastic. Because at the end of the day, it's rights for all, and we firmly believe in children's right as well. And I think they should be allowed that space in this whole negotiation process so that they can also pick up their beats, not what we believe right to them, but what they believe are right to them as well.
The focus has moved a lot from the teacher giving their impression of the child and perhaps also a focus more on behavioural issues. And it puts the focus back on the child and their learning and the way that we can help them learn, which is a much more positive outlook.
First of all, importing the videos and photos with Mr. O'Donnell, and then with Mr. Mac, putting them into the video maker, and then with somebody's name who I can't remember, we green screened them to make it look like we were in half kitchen, half science lab, and in the Blue Peter newsroom.
So then when you had the report done, what did you then do with it?
Wrote a newspaper altogether.
I like having it early in the year, but I would also like to have another three-way conference towards the end of the academic year, maybe in the springtime, because I think everyone knows each other better by that time, and there will even be more. You could look at how the work has progressed from the beginning to the ending as they're preparing to go up to the next year. So you get to see all their work in entirety, and I think that's exciting because they change so quickly over the course of a school year.
Which tense do you use for the
past, future?
Okay. Did you like this activity, Arda, when you are doing this? The
Yes.
interview, the green screen?
Yes.
Would you change anything the way you did this? If you
About
were
the
shooting
writing?
the video or if the way you were writing this?
For the video, I would speak louder because I could barely hear myself. It sounded like nothing unless I turned the volume really high. And for this, I would write in a more consistent style.
Right, because that's something we actually encourage them to do with each piece they're learning. They actually go back and reflect on it and think about ways to improve next time. So yeah, it's a really good skill for them to be able to do.
If I had more time, I would show my mom the group working that me and my friends did.
We put all the
homework we did in the shed area, so we can maybe go out there and show them in the three-way conference.
I think three-way conference is a great way of seeing your education. I think it should continue for the rest of the year.